Welcome to Auntie K's, your favorite radical queer indigenous auntie, bringing you tarot every day. Hello everyone and welcome to Auntie K's Tarot. So we have another deck on the table this week. This deck came off my table first because it was just about visibility. It's Yes, I have the clear hearts, but seeing the designs, they aren't the most visible on the table. And especially when I'm looking at a lot of them all at once really quickly. And so I took it off my table, and I did have Marseille Prendre de Vie right at the back for backup, and so it just came forward. This deck and the Enchanted Garden, which I don't have to show you because I took it over to a cousin's house last night. They both came off. How do I open this again? Why? They both came off the table for the same reasons. Okay, so we're drinking No Name Cola because Palestine. All right, so the backgrounds made it hard for me to pick out the images when I have a bunch of cards on my table. And this was like a reoccurring thing that came up several times. So I just switched out decks. So those decks came off my table. One I gave away. This one I'm keeping. I really do like it. A smaller read I think would be different anyway. I brought out old favorites like Fortune Queens, old reliable The Clarity Tarot. I kept Tarot Neo-Colonial de la Americas. I like using it myself and looking at the world around me in the mornings, and occasionally I've been using it and not ranting at clients, but so that's growth. But occasionally I've been using it, probably a bit more tongue-in-cheek the way I do with Fortune Queens. And in the name of giving decks a chance, I brought out the Tarot of Life. I like this deck, and I think I got this deck close to the same time I got the Sassurabito. And I don't know, it didn't do it for me. And I think it got put aside in much the same reason, or because there was some parts about them that had similar feel. Anyway, I've been using this deck a whole lot yesterday, and when I did the big switch over, and I was really glad I brought it back out because it's such a cool deck. It's an awesome deck. I really like it. It's very expressive. It's diverse. It's modern. And I really like this deck. So I'm glad I brought it back out. This deck, everybody looks like kind of shiny, happy people. But I don't know, sometimes that works. Sometimes it works. So I have been using this deck also, although I didn't use it as much as the Tarot of Life. This was yesterday. And Fortune Queens, it's big. And I think that's part of why I didn't use it as much, but I did use it a few times, and I have a good reading space here. And the way I lay out a Celtic cross, I can do that even with this deck on this table. So all my complaining like a few months ago about big decks, I can do it on this table depending on the reading I'm doing. I can do a 9-card box. I can't do a bigger box, but I think the Celtic Cross satisfies that I can't do like some giant box spread, like 25 cards. I brought out the Metanoia Marseille. It's a little bit diverse. It's tiny. I can lay a really big spread with it. And it is pretty. And it's very easy to read. So considering what took 3 decks off the table this week, I was like, yeah. The Lenormands are the same. Everything else is the same. These were the switches and the keeps, the tarot decks. And so this is this week's decks on the table. And hope you enjoy. Have a great week.